Hi, I'm Wendy and welcome to our short video on how to use the Nu Skin Galvanic Face Spa. We're going to show you how to do a half face demonstration today, and I've got with me Sheila from Sheila Powell Makeup.
Hi.
Hi Sheila, and Sheila's a makeup artist and Lindsay's our model today. So what is the Nu Skin Galvanic Spa? It's the only handheld galvanic machine that you can give yourself a home facial with, or you can actually use it as part of a beauty treatment. It's very easy to do a demonstration on people. It takes 5 or 6 minutes and you get an immediate result, which is fantastic. So it's anti-aging, it works on fine lines and wrinkles, pigmentation, pore size, discoloration, and gives you a lovely, lovely healthy glow. And it's used around the world by makeup artists, by beauticians, and by many stars. So, Sheila, what do you do in preparation for the demonstration?
So before I start the actual face spa demonstration, what we've done is we've used 2 products from the Nu Skin range. We've used the Age Lock Cleanse and Tone, which is a foamy cleanser. So we've used that all over. And then secondly, we've used the Gentle Exfoliant, which is a face scrub, a very gentle face scrub, which helps to just prepare the skin. It will remove any dry, dead skin. It's a really good preparation before we do this kind of a treatment. Okay.
Great.
So the first part of the treatment I'm going to do, I'm going to just use the Nu Skin Moisture Mist. So I'm going to spritz this on half of Lindsay's face, and this will help make the contact with the Galvanic Spa when we come to use that in a moment. So just keep your eyes closed. Okay, so just pop that on all over. I'm then going to use the first gel, which is the pre-cleanse, or the pre-treatment. So we're going to apply that just using my fingertips. I don't want to rub it into the skin, I just want to press it onto the skin. And I'm using half of the capsule for the half face demonstration. So just press that on all over.
And that gel has in it marigold extract, vanilla extract, and sea kelp. And those lovely natural ingredients help to comfort and soothe the skin, but particularly they're a cleanser, aren't they, with this first gel?
Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is spritz my hands, both hands, as I need to make a good contact with the actual machine. And I also need to create a circuit by placing this hand onto Lindsay's. Okay, so I turn my machine onto the first program, which is for 2 minutes.
So you have to touch Lindsay with your other hand?
I do. If I'm doing the treatment on another client, on a person, I need to make that circuit. If I'm doing it on myself, it's not necessary. So the beeping that we heard at the very beginning, you may have picked up on camera, means that we've made the circuit and now we can begin the treatment.
And are there set movements?
There are, absolutely. I use a light to medium pressure in an upward direction, and I can hold in various points along the face, for example on the brow area, to help give a lifting effect. So it's a light to medium pressure on the way up and a very slight pressure on the way back down. And you can do each of the movements 3 or 4 times. We've got 2 minutes on this first part of the treatment. The continuing beep just tells me again that I'm still making contact, which is what we need to do to complete the treatment.
And how does that feel, Lindsay?
It just feels very pleasant and smooth. I can only really tell it's working because I can hear the beeping.
Obviously, when I go to hold, I need to put a little bit extra pressure on that area, but it's not uncomfortable. And again, as the client has stated, you won't feel any current, you won't feel any vibration. You're just literally feeling the machine gliding over the skin and being held in the various areas.
And can you use it on everyone?
There are certain clients that we would not recommend that you have this treatment. For example, if you're pregnant, if you're having cancer treatment, if you have any metal plates in the head. Just to point out at this stage, the final beeps have just gone, so that means that we have completed the first part of the treatment. Okay, so I'm going to just turn the machine off until I get myself ready for the next part of the treatment.
So what do you do next?
So I'm going to use one of the Aqua Pops which are a disposable face wipe, which you can see when it pops into water it will expand. So I'm going to use this now to actually remove the first gel from Lindsay's skin.
Are there any circumstances where you'd leave the gel on?
No, you wouldn't need to. It has now done what it needs to do, so now it's time to move on to the second part of the treatment.
So this first part, just to go back, is a cleansing.
Yeah, the gel is actually negatively charged, along with a negative charge from the actual galvanic spa. So what it's now doing, it's being pushed into the skin and is adhering or attaching to any bacteria or any grime in the skin, and then on the next part of the treatment will be actually extracted from the positive charge that we're going to use in just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we've removed all of the gel. So I'm going to move on to the second part of the treatment, which is the treatment gel, which is in the blue capsule, which you will find in your box of face gels. So again, do I need to split this? So again, I'm just using a pressing motion just on my fingertips, half of the capsule again, popping that on to the same area that we've already worked on with the pre-cleanse.
So this gel has in it arginine, which helps the skin to recover from stress, and magnesium, which promotes cellular energy, and most importantly, it has the age lock ingredient in it.
Absolutely. So again, I'm just going to dampen with both hands so I can make contact again with my machine and create the current with Lindsay. So now I turn my machine on to program number 2, which is preset for 3 minutes. So it's so easy to use, and you know exactly that you're not going to run over time because it's all timed for you. That first initial beep again just tells me that we've made contact and we can begin the treatment.
And this is a positive charge in program 2.
It is, yeah. So this is now positively charged again with the machine. So it's actually helping to push these anti-aging ingredients deep into the layers of the skin. So much more effective by using a machine and products than if you were just using it with your hands and applying onto the skin directly.
So there's a positive charge in this blue gel and a positive charge on program 2.
Absolutely. Yeah. So not only is it pushing the anti-aging goodness into the skin, it's now also going to draw out the impurities that the first gel was working on just a moment ago.
And I noticed that you're using the same movements.
Yeah, absolutely. We're following exactly the same. You can move between areas according to your main areas of concern. So if you feel like you want to concentrate more on the cheek or the jowl, you can do that. So you can kind of, within reason, kind of customize your own treatment. But you do need to follow the set movements and the pressure and the holding points. How's that feeling, Lindsay? Okay?
It's very nice.
Yeah? Enjoying it? Good.
We only do a half face demonstration because it's important that the person that you're doing it on can see the difference. The thing with the galvanic spa is that you can make a difference in 5 or 6 minutes, quite a big difference. And it's really important that people, well, one, they see that difference, and also they can feel the difference on their skin. If you do a full face, then people won't appreciate it so much. So we always do a half face demonstration. It's the difference demonstrated.
My clients range from early 20s really up to, much older. And the effect obviously is going to be slightly different. On my younger clients, they're not necessarily going to see a huge difference on any fine lines because there may not be any there to begin with. But what they do notice is their skin feels so much more hydrated. They get a lift in the cheek area. Their skin will feel much more hydrated, soft, plumper. And then when the makeup goes on, if they're obviously wearing makeup afterwards or the next day, they always notice that it goes on more evenly, it stays on for longer, and it just looks better, And really at the younger age, we're trying to help with anti-aging and prevention rather than trying to recoup, if you like, what we had in our younger days. So we've just had our final beeps again, which means our 3 minutes are up. So we now can remove that second gel.
So far that's taken 5 minutes.
Yeah, so 2 minutes on your pre-treatment and 3 minutes on the actual treatment. We've got one more phase that we're going to work on now in just a moment.
And to get an even more effect, you can actually double up on those timings, can't you?
I would only double up on the actual treatment phase, which is the one that we've just done. So not on the initial treatment, pre-treatment phase.
And that will give an extra lift and plumping.
Absolutely. If you feel that, again, before maybe a special occasion, you need that little bit extra boost, or you might have been unwell, or your skin is just looking a bit dull and it's not feeling particularly glowing, you could double up on that one just to give it a real extra boost. So we've removed all of the gel. I'm just going to dry the face off, just pat with our face cloth. Does that feel dry, Lindsay? Okay, great. Okay, so we've got one final little phase that we need to do on the treatment, and that is True Face Line Corrector. This is a specific product that we're going to use on certain target areas on the face. So for Lindsay, I think we're going to work a little bit on the centre of the brow area here, a little bit around the outer corner of the eye, and around the laughter lines around the mouth as well. Would that be okay with you? Okay. So before we use the machine, we need to actually change the head. So I'm going to do that now. So it's very easy. You just press the button at the back, remove, and we're going to use the slightly smaller and pop that into place. Okay. So we'll just pop the line corrector on now.
So the line corrector that you're using now, Sheila, is a leave-on product, isn't it? We don't take that off afterwards.
No, this actually stays onto the skin and can continue working after the treatment.
And this product has peptides in it, so it's actually working on the collagen in the skin.
It is, yes. So I've got my spa ready. The last thing I need to do is again make contact. Now, the only other thing I would recommend doing is, because we've only put the product in certain key areas, in order for my galvanic spa to glide seamlessly, I will just wet the rest of the face or just mist it with the moisture mist once again. So if you just close your eyes for me. This will allow the contact all the way through the treatment, so I don't have to lift the spa. Again, I'm just wetting my own hands to make good contact with the machine and also with Lindsay. So we'll go to program number 3. Now, just a note on this, it is 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes would be for the full face. So there's my beep, it means I've made contact. All I'm going to do is about 2.5 minutes. I'm going to cut the time down by about half because we're only doing a half face demonstration. So with smaller, slightly circular movements, slightly different than what we've done before. We're just working on these certain areas that we want to target. I'm going to move up now to around the eye area.
Now, with the main part of the treatment, you can use that on yourself twice a week.
Twice a week, yes, absolutely. When I do it on myself personally, it takes about 15 minutes altogether, so it's really not very time consuming at all.
But this part with the line corrector only, you can actually use this twice a day. You could use this morning and night if you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely.
If you've got any particular areas of concern.
Yes. A lot of my brides' mums use this in particular in the run-up to their daughters' weddings, just to really get the skin to look amazing on the wedding day. Is that feeling okay?
Perfect.
And it's great to take before and after pictures, isn't it? Because you can really monitor the difference that it's made.
The thing with this machine, it's not just an instant result. You know, you're going to see accumulative results as well over a period of time with continued use.
And you can use this anywhere on the face.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend using this part of the treatment on the actual eyelids themselves, but you can work around the eye socket area, which you'll have seen me doing just here. So like I said, I'm only going to do about 2.5 minutes because we're only working on half the face, so the 5-minute program would normally be for a full face. Just going to go over the top of the lip area.
It works particularly well on the top lip.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've just finished the final part of the treatment, Lindsay. So we're going to pop the spa down, and I'm going to ask you now to have a little look in the mirror and to see if you can visibly see any difference and how it actually feels as well. Okay. So the last product we use, we can leave on the skin. So if there's any excess, you can just rub that into the skin and leave that on. And if you would like to have a little look.
Well, it certainly feels lovely.
Does it feel more hydrated? And
there's more bounce in my skin here. But I think I can see a difference here, which is my main area of concern here.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I definitely see a difference. And can you see a little bit of a cheek lift?
Here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just here.
Yeah.
And maybe just a little bit here.
On the brow. And that is only
nice.
one very short treatment. It's just a, a half face. Obviously, within one treatment you'll see so much results, and then obviously, as I said earlier, the more you use it, the more the results are accumulative as well.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay.
That's how to do a half face demonstration. It's really important that you perfect that, and that's the way that you'll grow your business. The Nu Skin Galvanic Spa is a great alternative to Botox and fillers. It's completely non-invasive and it's natural. And as you saw, we can get a difference just in 5 or 6 minutes. And that's on everyone, old or young. It really does what it says. So it works on the 8 signs of aging, and it is really the difference demonstrated. So I hope that's been helpful.